Friends, it's a windy one. It doesn't sound like it's going to be a pleasant 24 hours, you know. But that's not going to stop us from working out here as long as possible. I mean, it can only kill us once. So we're going to get working, and we're going to get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rouse the Oliver Man. I got to put some stuff down because I got my arms absolutely loaded with parts. But I'm afraid if I sit, that's what I was afraid of. If I leave it sit, it's going to blow all over the place. Let's try this. We'll come back to this tractor. But we're going to try to replace mufflers. I had a heck of a time finding enough stuff to make this happen because none of the stores locally got enough stuff on hand, friends. That should fit this though. So we're going to put one of those with the rain cap on this tractor. We'll put the one without the rain cap on the other tractor because it's in the shed and I don't have another rain cap yet. Where else to start? Well, I went to a different store and I found another extra long top link so we could put that on here. But before we do that, we need to put the handle through it, which is a matter of driving it through there with a hammer because that's the way she goes. Okay, friends, this is a lot of work, but I just put these over a drawbar and then hammer it home. Don't know what I mean? Well, you're about to see. Holy canoots, and it's windy. Son of a pizza. Good grief. We'll paint that and make it more better later. But for now, and we got to still do all those chains and stuff to that one. But I'm most interested in muffler situation. So we want to do that. But I just remembered something else. Whilst we're here on this tractor in the wind, we're going to put these bushings, I hope, down here. Because those are actually, and they may not, it may be too long. I don't know, we'll find out. Oh, the pin, there we go. I was gonna say, is the pin roughed up and it won't go? Ooh, use it as a hammer, friend. Yeah, see, we're gonna have to custom go. Look at how wore that is. We gotta saw these bushings off. I guess half would be okay, but it would actually probably be better if it was a little more than half. I don't know. We'll deal with that later. Let's try to get these high dollar things on because they're about $87 a piece. All right, more Fiats. I'm pretty sure that I sawed some off of this, like when I did this one. But how much did I saw off? Well, that sure would be handy to know, wouldn't it? I sawed a lot off, didn't I? I sawed like that much off. So I don't know that there was any real scientific reason for that, but somewhere in that neighborhood there. Yeah, friends, we're having a lot of fun here. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So, uh-oh, that was a mistake. Well, if this high wind keeps up, we won't have anything left. That's pretty well where we'll be there. But I want to test and make sure that this is really going to just slide right on there. Yes. And what I had to do, this one's actually a little floppy. What I did on the other one was cut a slit in it and squeezed it together that way. So if I cut off the appropriate amount, put a slit in it, that's going to be about right. So let me go do that thing, and then I'll bring you back, and then we'll see if we like such a thing. All right, I got it shortened. I got some slits cut in it. We'll try to tighten it up. I'm not sure that it's really safe for me to be out here, to be honest. It is getting outrageously ridiculous. Some of these wind gusts, I mean, I see stuff flying by. I don't know. We're gonna just go with it till we're not alive, I guess. Let's just put the I learned another thing about these elbows, which I'll show you when we work on the other one here in a minute, that I did not realize. We may have to cut more slits in it, because I don't know if this is going to actually tighten up enough. Come on. Yeah, I don't know about this. It'll probably tighten, it's just not going to look pretty. Yeah, when in doubt, strip it out. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted, but I need to get a deep well socket, I guess, if I want to do the thing. That's actually kind of solid. So I learned that these elbows are different, and that one on the 1250A is real short. It comes down to like here, so we don't even have to saw that off. But this one and that one are up pretty high, so you do have to saw it off. What I don't remember is, I'm pretty sure I did have to, like, I cut some relief into that so that it could squeeze on itself, but I don't remember how much or how little I did on that other one. But I'm gonna need 6-point deep well to really crank her down. It's pretty good right now, but it's got a little bit of wibble wobble to it, and I think I can take that out of it if I just had the right thing to crank on it. But I like it already. It looks more better-ish. I mean, full effect there. I guess what I decide that was 13 or half. Let me go see if I can get a deep well socket and make this happen. All right, so what you're going to want to do is twist that off. Not surprised. Should have done that differently, but that's okay. We'll get another one and go again. We got proof of concept. That's going to work. It's been working on this one for years. Now we need a weather cap, which nobody had enough of. But hey, guess what? This one is the size we need. So we can do recycling. We can put this on the other one. We just have to extricate it from this and then hopefully make it happen. Well, we're gonna struggle on this too. Oh, I know why. Okay. right, let's call that pretty, because this did not go smoothly. Not at all. Did not. But that's okay. Let's see if it'll fire up here. Not that you can hear it over the insanely loud wind. That starter. There we go. That's more better. We'll get a better clamp and make it right. We'll saw on that a little more and make it more correct. Sure. Okay, well, like I said, that could have went worse, could have went better. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if you... All right, so you can open the hood and no interference here. That's what we want. Okay, that's a half win. Oh, and you're gonna say, well, why, when you were buying the exhaust cap for that, didn't you buy some new U-bolts? Well, they didn't have those either. I went to 2 different stores and neither one had a combination of stuff that I could use. I found one weather cap, and what else did I buy? That top link at the one, because I didn't want to waste a trip. So yeah, very frustrating that local places don't have the shelves full, but whatever. Oh mama. By the end of today, I bet everything's going to be destroyed. Good grief. Okay. So here we are out here. That's probably 9/16 because I don't have one of those. But look how much lower down that elbow is. Oh, look, a tumbleweed of sorts. Part of something that blew over here. So I'll be curious to see. This is probably the same way where they've mushroomed it out to get it tight enough. So let's do some looking and then I'll cut some slits in it or whatever I got to do. But we probably need to get a 9/16 so I can get those off of there. Oh friends, I'm gonna have a lot of roof to fix. All the stuff that doesn't have screws in it is starting to have a problem. Oh, there's trash in this socket. That's what I was looking at. Now it's all over the threads that we need to use. Guess we gotta salvage this clamp. Look at that. Is that not pathetic? Where did that come from? I don't know. Whatever. At this point, what difference does it make? We're gonna twist off? Yeah, probably. What'd you say about Zep? Well, I don't know where a can's at, so. Kind of got to get that better. That's going to twist off. Dang it! Take a look at this, see how this goes. That's just the right height. It just needs the expansion joints cut in it so it squeezes together. And I'll do a better job on this one, I promise. So let me go do that. Then we'll see if we can recycle that crappy clamp and make it go. But in my future, I foresee 2 clamps and I don't know what else to make everything the right way. So yeah. All right, friends, finally a blind squirrel had a free acorn thrown his way. This one worked great. It's tight, it's on there solid. Got my little weather cap there, and that makes it look a lot better, in my opinion. Better than that abomination, which I'm sure was working fine, but whatever. Do we want to see if it will run again? We just heard it run the other day, but hey, I like to hear them run. Lets me know they're not abandoned yet, you know. Need to do the battery cables on this one so we don't have to reach in there all the time. Another sweetheart, fires right up. Works good. I might have got a little aggressive there with this one, I don't know. Might have to take that loose and trim it down a little bit. Lower it down, I don't know. Or live with it, I don't care. It's fine. It's funny because the other one did that too. Maybe it's got something to do with squeezing it like that. Opens it up and it can escape somewhere. That might be it. I don't know. I feel it underneath the clamp more than up high, so that's weird. Good enough for who it's for, I'll tell you that. A guy should probably turn that clamp around and clamp it with the bolt sticking in, but whatever. It does vibrate a lot, doesn't it? They do that though. Look at that oil though. Better not run it too much unless we check it, because it is puking oil bad. Like that rear main must be non-existent or something. I hope what we find in there isn't too far gone that we're going to struggle to get it fixed. I don't know. Hope not. All right, we got 2 mufflers. Let's go I got something in the pickup that maybe we can make 3 mufflers, you know? So let me go grab that because we'll need it to do it. And then I'll bring you back and we'll see if we can go do something to another tractor. All right, we'll try to work here even though it's super loud and annoying. Yeah, friends, this is the muffler that I had ordered here for that David Brown 600, you know, and it doesn't fit that tractor, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I finally the other day got the specs and figured out what was going on, because there were multiple different exhaust, what do you call them, like this piece, except on that one it sits on top of the manifold. And I found out that this muffler here is 41 millimeters inside. And so then I figured out which one of those things was 41 millimeter. I ordered a whole set for that one. So that'll be here sometime. I got the muffler, I'm just waiting on that elbow. But this was too small to go on here. So what I came up with was a and I hope it'll work. That's insane how loud that is. Don't worry about the wind of sadness. This says this will fit 1.5 inches, and I hope that will work. This is like a tailpipe expander, and I hope I can get it in this thing and expand it enough to go on this elbow. Directions, huh? Lubricate all parts, not for use with impact gun. Not intended to greatly increase the diameter. Sure. This doesn't look like it's gonna work. It looks like it's too big already. But, oh, it might. It might. It might. Hey, we might be in business. Let me get something that fits that. Oh, it's right here somewhere. All right. See what happens. Well, I predict before morning, half of this shed that I'm in right now is going to be gone. Because this is insane. Alright, now this is super thick metal, so I don't know how this is going to go. I also don't know how I'm going to hold it still to make this happen. So... it's working. It's working. Just need to keep going. All right, friends, I'm not having much luck, but I determined part of my problem is I should have bought the next size of this, because once I put it in there, it's to get it tight, just snug, it's already almost bottomed out. So they sell more. I guess I'll go buy another one, and I'll see if I can get this expanded evenly. I just need a little bit more and it would go. But I also think that the Chinesium tools are not the best, because what it's doing is, instead of tightening, or instead of expanding evenly, it expands kind of like, I don't know if I can even do it one-handed, but like this, like the back part. The easiest part is what's expanding. It's not expanding the hard to get to part. And I tried putting it down in there farther and doing it, and I didn't have no luck. So I think now that it's opened up that big, I need to get the next one and just do it once, and I think it would go right on there, because it just needs to go on there a little more. It's plenty big down here, but I don't know. Maybe this is a fool's errand, you know, but I thought it would look good. It's just exactly what I want, if I can figure out how to make it happen. Okay, friends, I got it through some creative dramatics in the form of a torch and heating it, taking the O-rings off the expanding tool and just jamming it in there metal on metal, and then heating it up and turning it. But then when I put it back on, immediately the elbow broke. So it was cracked before, I guess, somewhere, and then I just finished it off. But that's okay, it slipped over the whole thing just fine. So that was dandy, but it's gonna work. We just need to probably now clean that and paint it again with some high heat paint, and then clean the bird dirt off of the thing. But that's gonna look snazzy, friends. It looks just right. And it's gonna let us do something that was a struggle bus before, which is be able to open this hood easy without it interfering with the muffler. You know? So, sure. Now we just need to get a ting-ting that fits that, because it's super small, and then an exhaust clamp for this. which I don't know that we can, I don't know that that's going to be the thing. We'll just get a new one, you know. But that will be snazzy. That's much more better looking. He says, as you can't hear him because of the wind destroying everything he owns behind him. Sure. What's the chances that this would start? Probably not very much. We can try. I got a different key switch for it, but because this one doesn't want to play ball. We got to get it. If that light doesn't light up, it's not getting current. And look how I can maneuver it. And dead battery. Okay, so that's not going to do it. That's fine. That'll look snazzy though. I'll get some measurements and we'll be in business. Okay, friends. We aren't even to the worst part of this storm yet, and I've already got a lot of problems. I just noticed that my electric to the outbuildings has ripped off of the pole, so it's just hanging by the wires, not the anchor that it's supposed to. So I called a guy I know who works for the electric place, and luckily it's on their pole, so they got to fix it, but they won't be able to do it for another couple days with all the outages and stuff that's coming. But we're gonna measure. I think that looks about like 1.5 inches to me. Pretty close. Let's try to measure this jagged end. That's like 1.75 inches there, but it's hard to do all this and hold it at the same time. That's just slightly more than 1.5 inches. So I would say 1.5 inches rain cap and 1.75 inches exhaust clamp would get us fixed up where we need to be. Maybe we'll bring along a couple 2-inch ones just in case, but that's what I think we need there. Now I thought it might be nice. We're just gonna have to work around all the wind sounds and whatnot. But let's go ahead and replace this key switch. I got a new one, which was surprisingly cheap, but it looks surprisingly well made. For a while I had a lot of trouble with these terminals falling off right away out of the box, like they hadn't crimped them correctly. But all of these look like there is plenty of meat sticking through, so we might actually have a chance there. So what we got to do is no fun, because it's a total disassemble job basically. Well, I think we can do it with, actually I wonder if a guy, let's go about this a different way. I was going to take the dash up, but maybe if I take these 2 bolts out and these 4 bolts out, I could peel this away and get that out of there. This one's made a little different than the later one, so you might be able to do that. You might be able to easily get this to happen. It's amazing how much noise one piece of loose tin can make. But I don't know. I hate wind. If it wants to rain, fine. If it wants to snow, fine. But the wind just makes everything not gooder, you know? Alright. Let's see what else we can make happen. Look at that. Had 17 in there from something else, and that's what it takes. This is probably going to be miserable because I think this panel is under some tension to get it to fit in there and hit all those holes. But that's the way it is. Could just about do it with that, but I don't want to bend the. I don't want to bend it up. Let's take that all off. It's only 2 more bolts and it'll come off of there, friends. Silly me, I thought that the wind had died down and we could maybe have some peace and quiet whilst we were doing this. But that ain't happening. Red flyers! Red flyers! Now if I throw these up on the roof, it'll fix everything. If the wind would blow gently like that, fine. But look at that wad. Look at that wad of wires that we got to transfer over, friends. It's just unbelievable. We also got to make sure we see what numbers are what again. Okay. We should be good to go. Although I do see that, isn't that cute that that one has Phillips head screws and this one's flat headed. So you know what that means. I probably got to go get a different screwdriver. Socket here is, well, yeah, it is. It'll fit in there. How about that? Let's shorten our deal here. What do we got on this one? 3. Okay. Can we get all of this on there without losing it? Alright. Let's get the second one out. Boy, there's a lot of wires. I forgot having that many put on one screw. Oh, we missed one. That's the danger here. Accidentally not getting one of them on there and not realizing it. And then the thing doesn't run and we spend half a day wondering what our problem is. Are those all on there? I think so. Okay. Now it should just be plug and play. 56. And what else is left? This one goes in that one. That one goes in the upper one. Okay. Look at that, friends. Look at how this switch has corroded already. Obviously, this one was cheaper made. Don't know. Actually, I'm not sure that I bought this one. I think that this might have either already been in here or it came with it. Because he sent along some stuff with it, so I don't remember if this was something I came up with or this is one that already was around. Alright. See if we can put this in there and get it to do the thing. Alright. Now we got to use these keys because the other key won't turn this one the right way. Like it won't go in there far enough or something. So maybe that was part of our problem with whatever we had. Yeah, look at that. it's working right away, because that's actually, we should probably clock it slightly differently. Come on, baby doll, now. I guess that won't go. All right. See, that's technically off. There's a backwards position, and then we got her now, because it'll crank. If it cranks in its first position. Yep. Okay. Let's put it back together. Make sure that everything is. It's not. I knocked that loose. That's important. All right. We're gonna get it. Don't be deterred. All right. Now, with any luck, it should run from the key. Let's hook up the jump pack. Because for some reason, I buy continuously new batteries and they never want to participate. The jump pack is partially dead, but it should be enough to start this little feller. First position, light should come on. Good deal. Look at that. What a little sweetheart. It's charging the battery. Fired right up though. I don't know that it's ever done that before. Nasty. I never did get the book out yet to figure out what my carburetor adjusting procedure is going to be. Boy, if it run like that all the time though, that's beautiful. I still think it's running a little rich though. The fact that it's blowing smoke rings. Yep. It may well be what it needs is to just run. It hasn't really run ever since I got it. I got it to run enough to take it to the fair, but we've never done a job with it. I drove it one time with that other carburetor. And with the other carburetor, it would not, it wouldn't run to pull itself. Uh-oh, see there, she died. Okay, well, that was nice while it lasted. That was cute. But no, I mean, that was the best it's ever started. So we just really have to figure out what our carburetor adjustments are and check that over. And we need to keep cleaning this till that tank puts out clean fuel, because that does not suit me right there. 12.1 volts. It's coming along though. It's come a long way, friends. It was trash before. You have to understand, somebody was going to get rid of it. It was $800, I think. That's what we gave for it. I might have gave less for it, because it was on there and then it disappeared off of there And then it showed up again one day. And so I said, hey, I gotta have that. I called the guy the next day again, and I said, I want it. And he said, well, he was kind of a hillbilly, but anyway, I backed up into a rickety old subdivision and loaded it up. Let's put some clean fuel. Oh man, we're making a mess, but that's okay. We like to make a mess. See, if you can see what you're looking at right there, do you see where it sucks the fuel from? It's about halfway up the tank. And then inside it's got a tube attached to that fitting that goes down. And so if your tube is leaking or sucking air, you'd have a heck of a problem. I think there's water in it. You can see that. You can see the water falling, actually. And that's probably what some of the issue is. All that stuff coming down from the top out of the hose. Look at that water. So it's got a lot of water in it, I guess. But I don't know how I can get that all out of there. Short of just keep doing what I'm doing here. Emptying it, putting some doctorate up stuff in the tank. Also, friends, refresh my memory. Did we ever change the oil on this? I don't know that we did. I think it had beautiful oil in it when we started, and that's as far as we got. I remember he sent along, we had to put oil in the rear end because he sent along a bucket full of oil. It was super expensive oil, actually, and we got that. But I don't think that we ever, to my knowledge, changed the engine oil yet. So that might be another adventure that we need to do, and that might be part of why it smoked a little, whatever. But I'm tempted to try to start it again. I don't know that it will, but it would be interesting to see if it's going to run now. And the reason that it quit was because the sediment bowl was full of unsavory fuel. Nope, that sounds full. Well, friends, the GoPro is dying. The tractor is dying. Everything is dying that we love. So we might as well call this video here. I think what I'm gonna do, even though I added gas to it last time, I think I'm going to just pull this hose off and drain it all out of there and pour in fresh gas full of all kinds of additives. And then if the building is still standing and the tractor's still here tomorrow, when we do this, I may, for temporary sake, get another piece of hose and put in a little inline filter that we can watch and see what it fills up with, because then we can just throw it away, and it's easier to service than take this loose all the time, you know? Because look, it hasn't run 2 minutes and it's already a fourth full of trash again. And when you pull the fuel line off of here and let it run out of the tank, you can get it to siphon out of there now, because there's enough in there by adding some, and it comes out and it's just, you can tell it's got water in it. So I think that's a good place to start. Then we'll probably have to take the carburetor apart again, because I have a feeling that it has filled up with trash again or something or other. But that's okay. We're on the right path. We're getting it better. We got our exhaust thing lined out today, figured out. We'll order some pieces for that. And maybe this one will be running. We got the key switch changed. That was an important thing that was bad. So we need to be mindful that nothing drips on this key, since it's up in the air. The other Fiats, the key is not that way. I don't believe it's like in this panel. So water can't run down in it at any time. You know, it sat outside during the fair and it rained on it, so. And it's been outside other times when it's rained, I'm sure, here. So, but it ruined it. So, enough of that. Anywhoos, we're gonna leave this one here. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. After watching what you just saw, do you feel like your IQ has dropped lower than your credit score? Well, there's no reason that both of us should be miserable, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff costs you nothing, and it really helps me out. Your banker may not approve, but I know mine will. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.